Well, this is a much different situation than yesterday. Things are going well. We're on Ingrams Pond, and I don't have a clue how I'm going to start. Oh, I lost him. That looked like a yellow perch. That one looked like a yellow perch. Stung him low. I don't think that one's going to be coming back. Boy, this one here's a dink. Gotta be a bluegill. Oh, man, I lost him too. What is going on here? Huh. 2 hookups, 2 lost fish. My odds are not good here. Well, next one, and I got maybe a good hookup. I don't know. Yep, bluegill. Just a little one. Just a little one. About 7 inches. Nothing worth talking about. Not sure if you can see these bluegill beds here. Not seeing a whole lot of fish on them, but I'm digging that. That's a nice little spawning area right there. This is a long distance hit here, and it's the same size. Again, not interested. All right, we're gonna relocate. So we're gonna work this other shoreline right down from the ramp. This is the same shoreline. Back when I was here last year, I said that this is really one of the few shoreline accesses that are available. So if there are people fishing down here, I'll stay away from this shoreline. Let them have it. We'll see how it goes today. Now, this shoreline was completely devoid of fish until I got down here, and imagine that, I spotted another spawning spot, another spawning area. And we're still not what we're looking for, but they definitely got bigger. This is a bull here. 7-inch class fish again. Yep, 7 inches, 7.5 inches. So let's just see if this is repeatable. I don't know if they're active beds or, well, they must be. That was an instant hit. Again, not a big one. I think what I'm going to do is I'll back off this spot. A colorful fish. Back off this spot and anchor down and work through it a little bit more. Yeah, we're getting closer to that 8-inch mark. So I didn't record this fight because I didn't realize, but I backed off that spawning area and fished just a little bit deeper, and now we got into some slightly nicer fish that finally hit the 8-inch mark. They're darker spawning colors, nice thick fish for sure. So just out of curiosity's sake, I went and I changed. I put a hair jig on under a float to see if I could weed out some of these smaller fish. My very first cast with it got an instant hookup. Oh, there's something going with it. And I had a crappie nibble on. I took the crappie nibble off just to see if they were active enough to take a plain hair jig, but it looks like that nibble may be key. So I'm just gonna take a single one, just take that and slide that right on the hook. So that's all we got with it. I'm only set about a foot under about a foot under my slip knot here. But that bead just went through my knot. I don't know what the heck's going on there, but let's see what happens here. See if the nibble makes a difference. Bobber's out. Oh, there he goes. So that crappie nibble is key. That took all of maybe a few seconds. He's a digger. Oh yeah, that one's not a bad fish here. That one is not too shabby. I don't have my scale yet in my boat. I'm not 100% rigged up in this thing. But we do have a fairly decent fish. You go 8 inches. Oh no, 7 3/4. But he's a fat fish. I mean, he's as wide as the measuring board, the bump board. Nice thick fish. Real nice thick fish. So I don't know if you'll be able to pick this up or not, but I was just thinking I'm going to try going to a smaller float. But in doing so, I always check my line, and I don't know if you can see that slight burr. That line is about half diameter right there, and 2-pound line and half diameter. That's a lost fish waiting to happen there. If I can hook into a bass or something a little bit bigger than I've been catching, I'm going to lose it. So it's time to re-rig, and I'm going to go with a smaller float. Now we have gotten to the point with this slight float change that I do not need a nibble. I mean, this float is hitting, now that I'm recording it probably won't happen, but, and of course not. Always makes a liar out of me. Anyway, I've gotten to the point, I do believe, where I don't need a nibble, because it has been pretty non-stop action. Right there is one, and I missed him. Jesus. Setting the hook on a mako shark or something. They're definitely all males. I'm presuming they're guarding these beds out here. They are taking this float, but I'm going to keep everything on camera here just to see what happens. See if this float, see if this nibble is making that big of a difference. I think it was, because I caught quite a few of them without that on. Oop. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to keep recording because it was fish after fish after fish, and I think I'm going to get to a point here where I'm going to start moving around, because I know they're here. I know there's a bedding area here. They're used to me continuing to hammer on them. Well, we moved around the lake, did next to nothing, came back to where we started and fished one. I don't think we're going to get any big fish today, but this is some pretty steady action over here. And it's funny, people always say, oh yeah, bluegills fishing's easy. Yeah, well, I beg you to just pick a random spot on any waterway and try to catch some fish, because it doesn't work that way. Boy, these fish are really colored up. Pretty fish. For sure. Very colorful fish. Still 7-inch class fish. Nothing super big. It's a day of averages. That's for sure. Let's keep this real time. It's funny because this bed area is from here to here. Just that little area right there. I mean, I'm catching some fish outside of it, but there's a definite area that produces on every cast. Again, super dark colored. He's getting angry. You can see he's changed colors just since I pulled him out here. He got darker. That's funny. Come on. He's peeing all over me. 7 inches, I bet. 7.5 inches. I switched over to a hair jig and got an instant hookup. This guy's little, but boy, he's got some attitude. For sure. I wish I had my scale. Not 100% sure what these guys go, but a little bit weighty. On a hair jig, little tiny hair jig. There's a rotund guy. And another one. I figured it was just a... Oh man. Figured it was just another 7-inch fish, which I think it is, but this guy is looking for a quick release. Well, stand by. Got to go retrieve a fish here. Is he done? I thought I had played him out long enough. 7.5-inch class fish. Back in the water he goes. So just to show you how fast this jig is set, I'll get a measurement. I don't know how. It's a little over a foot, but in the area, in the zone, there it goes, and right there, literally that fast. If I am 2 feet on either side of this little bedding area, the action, you're still getting hits, but the action is not near as fast. And interestingly enough, every one of these fish today have been male bluegills. Every one of them. I have caught a couple females, but they were on the very, very fringes of the bedding area. So I came back, moved around again, came back to the same spot. It's obviously a hot spot here. But I didn't get as many hits. And I actually went quite some time without catching anything. But what I found is that they've moved closer to shore. I get in there close to shore, and I'll get a, and of course it's going to make me a liar again. But I was fishing a little shallower than what I was earlier in the day, and this is going to make a liar out of me. They're still here. Maybe I went through all the ones that are on the beds and they're wise to me now. I don't know. Gotta wait for a new batch of fish to move through. Oh, there he goes. There he went. I missed him. I was looking around, not paying attention. So today's fish have been brought to you by, this is a Bobby Garland itty bit slab hunter, I believe they're called. 64th ounce jig head. I was using black and orange, but this purple and I guess it's a blue glitter seems to be doing better than that orange and black was. And then just a simple 64th ounce white and black hair jig. Tipping that hair jig with crappie nibbles was paramount for sure. I did try fishing it without. I did not change up colors at all on it. I don't know why I didn't. I had the time to do it, but just didn't do it. And it was, looks like bluegill and yellow perch.